Yo, what's up? Welcome to my Serum Tutorial video for beginners. Like and subscribe for more content like this. I'm using FL Studio. Click your channel rack and click More or Add Plugin. Open up Serum. This frequency visual is called span. So I have Serum and span up. Right now we have oscillator A and oscillator B. These are the generators. These are the oscillators for the waveforms that it outputs out. So right now we have a saw wave. And if you can go right here in this window, you can choose these different presets. And these are your, if you click on it, you can change the view. And these are your waves. And you can see right here what they look like frequency wise. The unison, what this does is it creates multiple voices for this one wave. So you can hear when I hold down this note and I add more voices. You can go and bring that all the way up, but let's just put it at 2. For an example, this will detune them, spread them out wider. This will bring them in closer for more of a full harmonic sound. And then you can add more. Get the sound you want. You can just blend how loud you want the main and the out stereo around it to sound. So besides that, that's off. So this is where the phase of your wave starts for it to start outputting sound. You can have it all the way off, or you can have it wherever you would like like a good taste for your sound. And this is just the random space that it will start at. You don't really want it random unless you're trying to have like a sequence or like something very complex. But right now this is just a simple sine wave. So I'm gonna have that all the way down, and I can just choose wherever I want it to start, which I'm gonna have it start at 0 for a nice full sound, and it will always start at that 1 since I don't have the random on. And this will change the position of your wave. So this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different waves in it. So I'm just scrolling through those different waves. Sine, saw, square, different kind of square, different kind of square. And so these are effects. These are effects that you can add to this one wave in oscillator A. So that basically duplicates it and squishes it. This one, same difference. Bending it. So yeah, just go through the presets, mess with whatever you like. Turn that off. This is the pan if you want it to the left or the right. This one, and you can tell it's coming out through the signal right here. Right click, reset it, or if you just want to completely reset it, right click, reset. And this is the volume of it. It's default at 80 or 75%. So if you reset it, it will be right there. And that's where I would suggest like the highest volume for this one wave, considering that's default. I mean, and you can push it louder if you like for your sound design. Now, oscillator B, you can turn this one on as well. Now you have 2 of them. This one's producing this sine wave, and this one's producing this saw wave. Turn the phase down and the random down. I can turn the volume down. I can make this one unison. So here's an effect that will combine both of these. If you click effect and FM frequency from oscillator B, you can get this FM frequency from this wave and add it to this first one. You can turn this volume all the way down, so all you hear is this first one, and you have no volume, but it's still getting the FM frequency from oscillator B. Right now we're only hearing this one because this one's all the way off. So yeah, that's kind of cool. Reset, turn that off, reset. So now we have two waveforms. We can add a bass to it, a sub bass. We can change the octave, change the wave of the sub, depending left or right, how loud you want it to be with all these other sounds combined. You can have it directly out over top of the sounds. And this octave button right here is the same as this right here. So you can see where I'm pressing on my keyboard, what key I'm pressing, but I'm changing the octave of it. Turn this one off. This is just a semitone. And this is a fine pitch. So you just get to a more technical pitch range. And then this is the full coarse pitch range. You can also right click those and reset that. So now we have these two oscillators covered, we have the bass covered. Now we have all those playing right now. Now this is just noise. It's extra sound or sound to make it fuller. It's usually like white noise, like static on a TV. I'm gonna turn everything off besides the noise. I just turned it on. That's all that is. That's basically, it's noise. It's white noise, static. And they have a bunch of different presets. You can change the level of it, change the phase, random, same as all these. Pitch, panning, right click reset, same as all these. This one is the key that goes to my keyboard, and this one plays it all the way through. Alright. I don't want all that noise, I just want all this. You know what? I'll keep it on there. So now, this filter controls everything. Right now we only have oscillator A enabled, so I'm going to enable oscillator B, the noise, and the sub. So I'm going to turn my filter on. Now we have this low filter. I'm going to change it to a high filter, high pass. So now I can change the frequency and the cutoff part of the filter, change the resonance of the filter. You can see right here what it's doing. If you click on it, you can see the phases, different views, panning of it. That's cool. Amount, how hard should it drive, how fat you want it. And then it goes with the key also. And Alright, so now that that's covered, what is down here is the envelope of your sound and extra LFOs and more technical stuff. So what your envelope is the shape of your sound. So I'm gonna hit the key and you're gonna see a dot of where my sound is at on this shape. So it starts at 100% and continues at 100%. I'm gonna click and scroll to zoom in. So I can add attack. Zoom out a little bit. I can add attack, or I can just make it at 0 so it hits at 100%. Or I can add it very slow. You can add as much hold as you want at 100%. This is just the shape of your sound. So now I can have the sustain going down. While I'm holding it, it's going to stay there. The velocity and volume of my sound. And then the release is when you release off the key how much the tail remains. Because you can see it. When I hit this and let go, or I can hold it, and it'll stay there, and then I'll let go, and that's the release. So now that the envelope's covered, this is an LFO. So to activate these LFOs and these envelopes and these filters right here, which I'll get to that. This is LFO1, LFO2, LFO3, LFO4. If I change it, it'll stay there. That's LFO1, that's 2, that's 3. 1 is still how it was. To put this on a parameter, you just click and drag. LFO1, now you see that there's one control connected to this LFO. Now I can hold a button and it's gonna go through, it's enabled. So this knob. So I have this all the way down at 0 and it's gonna go up 50%. So this is trigger mode. It will re-trigger when I just hold it. This is envelope mode. When I hold it, it will only go through it once. Or you can just have it off. This is the speed. Turn this off. Right click reset. Actually, I'm going to drag this to it also. 50%. But the default volume was at 75. So I'm going to change both of them to 75. And that's the LFO. You can shape it. Make whatever shape you want at whatever volume. Change the speed if you don't want it to match the BPM. Turn the BPM off. Free speed. And same with this envelope. You can click and drag this to the volume and you can make the shape how you want it to form. So now these are all covered. These are knobs that you can't really control with an LFO or an envelope. These are just more like sound design testing knobs or a macro. So you can click and drag this and it will go up to 100%, but when I hold it, it doesn't do anything. I'm gonna right click this and bypass this LFO from these, so now it's not activated. Same with this envelope, bypass it. It only reacts to your manual setting, so you can only do this manually. And you have 4 of them. And then on a regular keyboard, here's your pitch shift, pitch bend. Change the range. Like a regular keyboard. If you don't have one, you just use this. Right here, this is the velocity in the note. It's not really used that much. I don't use it that much. But if you make more basses, more of like a sub bass, very low mono sound, you can click mono and it will be more of a mono sound, or you can have a legato. So now this porta slide, you can enable it, turn it up. Now when I go from one pitch to another key, it will slide within 520 milliseconds. And then you can change the slide of it, the curve, if you want it more intense or less intense. So now that we have this sound developed, this is what I've came up with in this video. This is the oscillator setting, and now these are the effects. Flanger, phaser, add chorus, which is just a little delay behind it. Add the real delay. Compress it. Add a reverb. Have your own EQ inside of Serum. Just another simple filter, just like this. High pass, high pass. And then another filter. But this one's cool because it's the same as this. You have all the same presets right here on this filter. So you have two filters inside of Serum with presets, and then this is just an EQ filter. So yeah, you can use all these filters. You can use one filter, you can use one or two, whatever sound you want, but the more processing and technical skill you have in it for the sound design you're going for is gonna help a lot once you understand all of these. So just get into Serum and use all these effects to see what they do. Too much reverb. And this matrix is the list and source and destination of all of your parameters. So I have LFO1 on oscillator A level. So I'll go right here, LFO1 on oscillator A volume level. So that sums up the Serum tutorial for beginners. Like and subscribe for more content, and thank you.